sorry. When did that change?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to come out that way. I know that we're in this together. I really do.
Then why can't we discuss this? I mean, why wouldn't you want to know everything you possibly could
Because
about
I
our
have
child?
read some of those books, too.
Okay, and?
Well, to begin with, these invasive procedures don't take place until after the first trimester.
Is that the only thing that's giving you problems? You're concerned that these invasive procedures might trigger another miscarriage, aren't you?
Cass, maybe that's crazy. I know that people rely on those tests, and I respect that. But for me, for right now, I just don't want to do it.
Then we won't.
You're not angry?
Oh, no, of course I'm not angry. The last thing in the world that I want is for you to be afraid. You know, it's a lucky thing for us that I've been receiving some signals of my own, don't you think?
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell.
Well, call it, intuition by marital association.
Yeah?
This
Well,
kid is a sure thing. This is our time to have a family, and we both have to believe that with all of our hearts.
You do?
Good. Hey, what is it? What's wrong? Frankie?
The press is handled.
So I heard.
I got a bit of interesting information from the Canadian authorities.
What about Rain?
No, about your father. I'm told all charges against him from Victoria's previous kidnapping have been dropped. It appears Carl Hutchins is the new Teflon Don.
Coming from you, Grant, that's a real compliment.
Of course, there's still the Ian Rain factor. The police are trying to piece together what happened to him.
Yeah, well, don't look at me. If you hadn't come riding in like some masked avenger, Rain would be in custody right now.
Allowing you to take all the glory.
Oh, Tess, you're so full.
Come on, Ryan. I'm not the one who collects medals and honor. I went in there to get my wife back.
Did it ever occur to you that there's a reason why hostage negotiators walk in unarmed?
Assessing the situation from a police handbook was not my concern. Victoria was my concern. I did what I thought was best.
Yeah. And now we see how good your very best is. Vicky's in there fighting for her life right now.
Don't try to turn this on me. I think we know who's to blame here.
I didn't shoot her.
Yeah? You created this situation. She came back here because of you. From the day we were married until this very minute, you've never let go.
Oh, Grant, that isn't true.
The hell it isn't. You pulled her back every chance you got. You even had to hire a hypnotist so you could remember your special time together in the cave.
Vicky was the one that hired the hypnotist, not me.
You just love holding her hand, don't you? You just love playing the hero, but you couldn't do the right thing, could you, Ryan? She needed help, but you just couldn't come to me, could you?
I figured she'd already spent too many miserable moments in your home.
Oh, you son of a...
Grant, let me ask you a question, just one. Could you please tell me how it felt to let Vicky agonize over wondering who her kidnapper really was?
I wanted her to get past that.
Yeah. But you just couldn't deal with the fact that she might still be in love with me. Is that why you shot her, Grant? Because you were too afraid to let her love someone else?
We both know Victoria wasn't that target.
Then who was it? Was it Ian? Or maybe it was me.
Senator, Mr. Harrison, the operation's over. Perhaps we better sit down.
He got her!
Oh, I forgot what it's like to dance with you, sir.
You did. I didn't forget how you are. Remember, you were always the best.
It's been too long.
Best dance I ever knew in my whole life.
Yeah, no
Too long,
kidding,
ever.
Jenna. I mean, I love Dean's tune Lady Killer, but when I saw the video, you were just fabulous
See
in
that?
it.
Totally
Oh,
objective viewpoint coming in.
Yeah, I
She's
see.
being honest, too, I bet.
Yeah, maybe you and I will get another chance at this reception.
Sure. Well, if I'm not busy.
Well, there's no doubt you're definitely gonna upstage the bride.
What?
Dancing-wise, I mean, you know.
I'll get it.
Hey. Hello. Yes. Oh my gosh, Dean, I just cannot get over this barn bed. It's weird.
What's weird about it? It's romantic. Pauline and Jake like it. What's the matter with you?
Maybe it's the earthy smell.
Oh, boy, that was the phone call from the Hudson house. There's an emergency, and they need Marley there right away.
You serious? So why don't you go tell her?
Well, I don't want to interrupt her and Dennis.
Oh, honey.
I know, they said it was important. I should, huh?
I think so.
All right, I will. I'll be back.
Okay. Don't worry about any of this stuff. We're gonna take care of all the music,
Okay.
speakers, and everything like we promised, all right? I'll take care of it with Maggie.
Luke, we will?
Oh, you want to do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you go over to D&M, get that other box of tapes? I think it's gonna be a pretty long day. We're gonna need them, okay?
Great. Dean, speaking of D&M, I wanted to ask you, you know, when the album is released, are you gonna go on tour?
Yeah? I
Well,
think that's what Lorna wants.
yeah, well, like, with who? I mean, I know the band and the backup singers, but who else?
Well, not you. You're on parole, remember?
Yeah, but, I mean, if it affects a person's livelihood, then they make exceptions.
I
All the
think-
time they do that.
See, that's the problem. I think your livelihood will be high school student at that point.
Dean, please, if I wanted to dwell on the wonder years, I would have gone back home to San Francisco with my father.
Yeah? Would that have been so bad?
Well, you know, Daddy tries too hard, but he tries.
If you want to talk to me, I mean, you know, you can tell me how you really felt. Was it your stepmother or what?
Oh, Dean, it was horrible. They made me wash and scrub the floor all night, and the poison apples, they were the worst.
There you go.
Yep, there I go.
Couldn't have been the worst thing, I'm sure.
No, you know, Blaine wasn't that bad. It's just, I don't know, I just didn't want to interfere in what they had. You know?
Is that how your father felt?
I did. But if there's one thing Maggie Cory is not, it's Badinsky. No? Yeah. Well, I guess Marley took off and Jenna doesn't seem to be with her. I wonder what she and Dennis are up to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
It's all right. Marley and I were through anyway.
Are you serious? Is it really over?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm fine, and as you can see, so is she.
Oh, well, you don't know that. I mean, she could be covering up, too.
Oh, what, you think that I'm covering?
Well, there wouldn't be anything wrong with that. It would just show that you care.
I did care about Marley. I mean, as she says, as people change, so do relationships, and you just got to be prepared for that. That's all.
So what are you saying? You were prepared for this?
No, I mean, what Marley and I had was a good thing, but it's over with now. And we'll probably get over it sooner than you think.
How can you make this sound so cut and dry?
It is.
So what are memories then, Dennis? Just things that you put in a scrapbook?
But if you think memories are going to hold your relationship together, you're wrong. Some things just die.
Doctor, is there any spinal injuries? She's gonna be
Gentlemen,
able to walk
please.
again.
The operation went as well as we could possibly expect. The whole team did a fine job.
Is she in recovery? Is
Let
she
me
all right?
finish. Mrs. Harrison has sustained a severe and critical injury both to her abdominal cavity and to the area surrounding her lower spine.
What does that mean? Does
I'm
that mean
trying
that
to tell you that our patient is still in extremely critical condition. Her paralysis is the least of our concerns.
Doctor, are you saying that Vicky still can die?
We are going to do everything we possibly can to see that doesn't happen. But gentlemen, these next few hours are critical.
So where is she? When can we see her?
We've moved Mrs. Harrison to ICU, but I'm only allowing her husband to see her this morning. Now, that's for her safety. Do you understand me?
Well, that's my brother's specialty, Doctor.
Yes, Senator. Only a few minutes with your wife, please.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Doctor, sir, I'm sorry to ask this, but what would you give her chances?
I'm not a betting man,
Humor
Mr. Harris.
me. If you were.
50-50.
Listen, before you go, when you get in there, tell Vicky that...
Excuse me. I'm going to see my wife now. And if she dies, I'm holding you responsible.
once the priggish senator has a point.
Carl.
Sorry, lad, but it's true. If our lovely Victoria should die, the blame will be placed squarely at your feet.